I mean, the only explanation for skipping this line entirely would be that this is just, yeah, as you say, returning false. But the conditions are true, like... while not place meeting, yeah. And like, literally, it works if I cut out this, which doesn't make any sense. If I cut out this, it's fine. That's the crazy part. It's fine. Do I just want to do this regardless? Maybe I do. I did that already. It's not a 1 pixel error. It's nothing to do with 1 pixel. It's to do with like 6 pixels. I already did that, Joseph Knight. And it makes sense. It should work, but it's just not. As I say, like, I can take this out and it works. Leave it in and it doesn't, even though this stuff is all the same. So maybe I should just not have that. Does this work theoretically if it's not hitched on that else? And maybe if I just put this thing here, because then that's the only thing that really defines my X speed movement, right? Yeah, so I should just move to wherever based on that, and then move down accordingly. Maybe that'll work. Oh, my head. Right, hang on, I might be onto something. I mean, I still don't know why it didn't work, but I might be onto something that might just make it work somehow. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. I do not understand. But whatever, I'll put it up to some sort of weird GameMaker gimmick I don't know about. More counter equal incline. Right, so okay, new logic. We check the collision from where we are over to where we're about to be, plus what, minus incline variable, and then yeah, move as close as we can to it, yeah. And then just adjust your Y like that. But instead of checking HSP at this point, we can check where we are. It's actually plus, because we're just going to go down at this point as opposed to checking like from to thing. Why do you think I've not done these things? It doesn't make any sense. Print F, I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing? I don't even know what that is. But trust me, I've run through it. What's happening literally just doesn't make sense. I've stepped through it for a few loops. I've stepped through it many times. I've seen the output. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's checking for a thing. That thing, all the parameters, all the coordinates of everything, like, add up. The speed at which I'm about to move, the position I am currently, the position that I'm going to be, the while loop should return true, but it's not. And it only does that when this else thing exists, which doesn't make any sense because that else thing isn't even running at the time. Like, and that makes zero sense, and no amount of breakpoints or debugging stuff is going to change that. Okay, it's solved to the point that it just doesn't make sense. It's not me just missing a semicolon or whatever, right? So we're just gonna do it a slightly different way. We're gonna move to where we want to be minus the incline we want to move. Just always. I don't know the digital. It could be all many other things. I don't understand it. But that wouldn't make sense because it ends like there and not there. You know what I mean? And even then, it wouldn't do what it's doing. Okay. Okay. No. Oh wait, yes, that should work. Oh, no, it's still. How is it still doing it? It's baffling beyond all belief. Nothing in here affects the HSP or anything. Nothing. Skips. Just skips the whole thing. Let's put a breakpoint there. Actually gets to that line. Whereas there it just doesn't. What the Christ? Do not get. That one makes sense. HSB, where you at? -6. I don't know, man. I'm totally lost in this. Well, it's not usually exactly, but just some of these things just don't make any freaking, like, just some stuff is happening today that I'm probably just being an idiot about and not realizing, but just isn't making any sense. Because I know what's going to happen when I hit play. It's going to do that and be like, yep, false, and it's just not there. HSB is 6. Oh wow, hang on. How is that not screwing over like my jumping and stuff in general? Not really even tried, I guess. But I just noticed I've just got that minus equal incline thing outside of even. I'm surprised that's not causing more weird problems than it is. But yeah, I don't think I can even do it this way. Like, how long can I control Z for? That's what I had before, right? And it does exactly the same thing, so I might as well do it this way. Nope, Jackal Gamer, not. Yeah, like, the normal thing is the collision itself works fine, Tin Hammer, it's just like when I mix in this code to make slopes work like this. Which works, so there's that. I guess we did something the other day. For some reason it creates this weird thing where you don't collide with the wall properly. And even when like you run the code separately, it just fucking doesn't work. I don't understand why. Just gonna do another useless line at the end here that I can. No, that's not even gonna work. No. Let's put that there, so that that would actually get run ever. Do that there. Is that exactly what I'm doing? That just so I can put breakpoints on those lines? Yeah, like it's never running that code, ever. Ever, ever, ever. It's never running this while loop. Ever. It's just not doing it. Because that debug message has never appeared. That's messed up. Because like now I can see like it'll pop up in this compile window down here if that ever happens. But yeah, it's literally never running that while loop, and I have no idea why. Not a clue. But if I get rid of this else statement that's attached to an if statement that contains the while but has nothing to do with the while itself. Oh wow, it's not. Oh yeah, no, it is working there. Yeah, you can see it now. Or at least sometimes. Yeah. 5. 1. A bunch. 4. It's a float, but that's irrelevant. I don't understand, everybody. I just do not understand. Like, it comes into here. So the code comes into here plenty of times. Thanks for the follow, 10k Tactics. I'm glad you're enjoying my present misery. See, I'm just looking at this compile window, like it's really small, but like the compile window where it's showing the debug messages. That's the follow 0GXM. I just don't understand what the slopes work is the thing. Like the slopes work fine. It's just ballsed up this what? It's not even balls of the collision because the collision still happens. It just this while loop just never happens now. And it's nothing to do with that really because it's only happening when slap. There we go. When I put this else statement in, for some reason this else statement means it's impossible for this while to run. I don't understand, right, how with this chunk of code, this while loop works. This while loop. It says, while we're not hitting the wall yet, 1 pixel away from us, move 1 pixel until we're close enough to the wall, right? 1 pixel away in the direction we're moving. And it comes in, HSP doesn't get set to 0 until afterwards, but when we put this in, and we move down, we're only moving vertically here as well, according to... Wait a second. I mean, it still doesn't make any friggin' sense, but why have I got that there? Oh wait, yeah, of course, because HSP won't be 0 this time. Yeah, no, never mind. Thought I might have been on something, wasn't. But then when I put this here, this while loop literally just never returns true, even when it is. Even when it actually is true. It's almost like this, like somehow it's making that run first, just by having this there. I do not get. Do not understand. Do not understand. Anyway, I'm taking this out. Because it just looks stupid. I can just use these things instead. I want to know if somehow this code gets run in the same frame that this happens. But no matter if it does, even if this does get run somehow, even though it shouldn't, this doesn't do anything to my HSP. It doesn't set it to 0, it doesn't... I don't understand. I don't know, I might make a GML forum post about it later or something to see if anyone can make sense of it, because I can't. I cannot make sense of it. How it's not fucking possible for that to return true, therefore come into here, and this while loop not be true when you're miles away from the wall. There's no way in which that makes sense. No way. Incline's irrelevant, by the way. I thought that might be relevant, but when we get rid of this else statement, like, it friggin' it doesn't matter. I mean, if I do that, oh wow, that does something very weird. Why not should it do that? No, side speedruns. Definitely not. Honestly, the Scorpion book's probably not. Like, I've explained that I'm feeling very ill and this isn't going to be a long stream as is. Oh, I'm just doing whatever I feel like I can work on. Why would that? Where's incline? That's weird, so maybe that's part of some route. So like, why getting rid of that? Neg. Just all collision bone. That should be this. I think. Yeah. But then I shouldn't be able to walk up slopes, yeah. I can walk down them. No way is that somehow the answer. Minus inclines. No, it's why speedruns. See, this is the problem with everyone in the chat making suggestions or whatever, is that everyone's assuming that it's a problem that makes sense, and it doesn't. Oh no, please don't tell me it's all crashed. I'll give it a second. It's that the while loop just happens when that else statement just will never return true, ever, while that else statement is attached to the totally irrelevant if. I know, Nerko Gamer. I know. I'm not saying people's intentions are bad or anything like that, or even that it's like particularly annoying or anything like that. It's just that it's like people are always just like, "Is it this?" And like it just really just clearly isn't. Or people assume that maybe I've written something wrong or whatever. Okay, it's working now. I should hit save really, but whatever. No, the scorpions, because Parklight isn't anything, it's just a blank object. Okay, I somehow fixed it. What the fuck? What? Why does it work now? Oh my god, I mean, I'm glad that it works, but I'm angry as all hell that I've no idea why. Not a clue. I mean, it was wrong because this counter meant I was subtracting a counter instead of counter plus 1, and therefore you're right, Zendarum, I am dumb, but I was subtracting counter plus 1. Hang on, maybe this does make sense. Counter. If I was subtracting that the whole time, because that's what caused it to break when I wasn't checking against the incline. Which meant it was always putting me 1 pixel too low. And if I was 1 pixel too low, then when I was checking for the incline, I get it, I know what happened, right? When I was checking y minus incline, and then going to see, like, that would return true and would find the wall above and to the left, right? But while I was checking the collision 1 pixel to the left of me, I was 1 pixel in the floor that wasn't relevant to my usual 1 pixel in the floor bug, and that was finding a collision immediately, and therefore it wouldn't run this while loop. But when I got rid of this else statement, I never had the period of time where I was just on the floor not hitting the wall, where my Y got set to 1 pixel in the floor. So that is why getting rid of this else statement meant that this while loop could happen, and having the else statement meant that it couldn't, until I fixed it by putting a +1 there. Programming, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? That was ridiculous. I don't even know how I managed to work that out. Like, I stumbled on that by chance. Like, it was just like someone said something about like the incline thing, and I was like, oh no, that's irrelevant. If I take that out, and then I noticed I was getting stuck in the floor, and I was just like, wait, what? Oh, my days. Post this on YouTube and watch it. Just have like an hour-long or like 3-hour-long video of just like called "The Struggle Is Real.avi." Oh, days. I mean, in theory, right? There was a problem with the code that was spottable. It was that y minus equal counter was the wrong thing to do, but it was not, like, it was asymptomatic, you know, it was causing symptoms in a different piece of code, and I was getting away with having that code be as it is because of this. Like, it wasn't, like, I basically patched the problem of that with this, and because basically this hid the problem of that. That was a problem to begin with, the fact that I didn't put +1 on there. That was the problem. But I didn't know that was the problem, because having this masked it being a problem in a way that would associate it with the problem, you know? That would make sense and be like, oh right, that's gotta be the problem because of that, right? But because I had that there, it was just like all the problem was like this thing never happening, and I was just like, how can this be? I guess it never occurred to me to think that my Y could be too low and I was seeing the floor. How could I have found that earlier? Like, if I knew that this while loop was just not returning true, that had to mean that this was false, which I'd already thought, but I was only checking that hex plus sign HSP was correct, and I wasn't checking that Y was correct, because I had no reason to assume it was false. Like, no reason at all. Which in theory I should have checked, knowing that this only deals with Y, and yeah. There were ways I could have figured it out, I guess, I don't know. But that was hard. That was a tough puzzle. Ye gods. I do Blacksmith 666, I've done a bunch of them, like there's one there, look. Well, there's one right there. And this is the problem of me not being a real programmer, I guess. I don't know. But either way, right, at the end of this all, I mean, we still have the done problem with place meeting being a stupid thing that, place meeting being, like, flooring things, and therefore, like, you get, like, you put yourself a pixel in the wall when you go that way, and you put a pixel, like, sometimes away from the wall like that when you go that way. But that's not a big deal, because as long as that's consistently making that, like, doing that, it's like, it's not actually going to get me stuck in anything, it'll just look a little bit dumb. And I have in mind a way to fix that. Well, I have the theory of how to fix that worked out, and actually should fix a lot of things if I do it this way. Basically, I want to move in integers instead of in decimals, which will fix all the problems, because then I just don't have to care about ever being at decimal x and y position. And to do that, we will take our speed and like have it like accumulate. Basically, we'll have like two speeds, or two like have a separate x position at any given time, one that's at our integer position and one that's like not, like, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So that we only actually move in integers. So that should hopefully fix that issue. But the whole like thing of not moving anywhere near the wall, the whole while loop breaking entirely, is fixed. And we have slopes. We've had slopes for ages technically, but now we have them and they're not breaking everything else. Are we on our game left in? Yeah, that's why speedruns. I think that's the solution. Like, instead of trying to find ways to deal with all the float nonsense, I'm just going to avoid it entirely by converting those floats into integers before I move in the first place, and then just do all my collision checks based on actual integers, so that I don't have to care what the functions themselves are doing at a low level that I have no control over. I can just control the pixels that I provide to the functions in the first place. And that'll just make things easier for a lot of stuff in terms of collision and things like that, I think, with like more than just colliding with walls and so on. Anything that needs to be precise will be improved by that. So, it's now 4 o'clock. That's taken me what? Like 3 hours? 3 hours just to implement slopes. How long was my original slopes tutorial? Like 10 minutes? I don't even... I don't know, man. But I did that in a different way, entirely different way. And the way I did it before didn't allow for going down slopes either, which people got really mad about all the time on YouTube. It's just like, you can go up slopes, but you can't go down slopes. But hey, doing this stuff and doing these live streams, right, forces me to learn a bunch of new stuff, which I've just learned a bunch of new things today, which means I can do better tutorial videos and all this stuff now. You could use grid snapping to ensure integer-based movement and still allow floats and stuff in the background, maintain precise speeds and whatnot. Yeah, it's just a question of when you do that, like Vortex, Spherex. I mean, it's sort of the intent, but it's, yeah. It's sort of what I'm gonna do. So yeah, my example here is like, this is 6 pixels high, so you can't walk up it, and these two are 4 pixels high, so you can't walk up it. You can walk up to, you can go up any slope that's 5 pixels in either direction. But walking off of it just still works properly, which is good. Anything broken with... There's like a weird bouncing thing that seems to sometimes happen vertically. Is that... yeah. That could be the beginning of some whole new crazy bug. Oh no. But for now, I don't really care. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to stream for much longer. As I said, it's going to be a short stream. I still feel ill. And I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do today. I don't know if I'll release the source code for day 2, for this as day 2, or maybe I'll officially count next week as day 2, just because I know it's not been a super long stream. And we've only basically added slopes eventually. But I may update the source code with this and just mix it in with the day 1 stuff or something. What else is on the spreadsheet though? Uneven terrain, slopes, ramps, boss fight, portals. I mean, the idea of portals is really easy. You just have a thing, you go in it, you come out the other side, right? But I suppose making them look nice would be an interesting visual challenge. I might look into how I might do that for next time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Like, and I apologize for it not being a super long stream and for basically only getting one thing done eventually. But I hope somehow some of you enjoyed the ridiculous struggle. I wish. Purple Cracker. Oh right, you're talking about him, right? Yeah, I actually don't really. I've got less of an appetite right now. A lot less of an appetite. Barely eaten anything today. I ate like a naked fruit and nut bar, and that was it. So I hope, yeah, I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope, like, this isn't nearly the quality of what I hope this to be every time. Like, you know, typically, for those of you who are new and didn't see my stream last time, right, I stream every Monday, and I stream all day. It is the To the Moon soundtrack, 'cause To the Moon is the best damn game ever. Sad music playing around, because it's the end, man. So, but anyway, for those of you who are new, This is my Mondev stream. I stream every Monday. I'm building a game from scratch over the course of several weeks, and I release the source code at the end of each day. Normally I'm streaming between like 11 in the morning GMT, so like UK time, and like whenever I decide to go to sleep. So basically like all day UK time, which I know sucks for a lot of you, but I can't change the country I live in. Well, I can, but I'm not gonna. I might do some random streams throughout the week, but it won't be on this. Like, you know, this, I do want to keep this strictly to Mondays. So yeah, like, feel free if you enjoy this to like just like follow the stream or whatever, and it'll tell you when I go live. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Sean Spalding, and you can download the source code for this project from seanjs.io/Mondev, right? The idea is we're eventually going to make a complete game, right? You know, like something that seems professional and finished, that might be a commercial, that seems like it could be a commercial product, you know? Probably won't be an actual commercial product by the end, like as in I'm probably not going to sell it or whatever, it's just going to be free to download and free for everyone to use the source code for, because that's, you know, the point. However, if you want to support the work that I do, you can either, like, itch.io allows you to pay any amount for access to the source code, and you can, and once you've done that once, by the way, you can access the source code forever, whenever I update it. Or you can just pay $0 if you want it for free, because it's free. And other than that, there's my Patreon account, but I'm sure most of you know about that already. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think so. I think that's it. And so yeah, I'll see you guys, hopefully see most of you guys next Monday, when I'll hopefully feel a lot better. For those of you guys who stop by my stream regularly, I'll probably stream some random stuff throughout the week. Don't know if it will be game development, might be. I might be doing some more work on that little networking chat client thing that I'm kind of working on. So there's that. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna do, I forgot to do this last week. I'm gonna do my usual outro thing, which is where I play Majora's Mask song on the piano. Like, that's the thing I usually do at the end of my stream, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll probably cut the stream. So yeah, I just need to move some stuff. Move all the crap in my room out the way. Yes, my room is a total mess. But if I turn this, there's my piano, and you see my green screen just chilling over there as well. Folded up, but that's what that is. Oh, it's not a good view. There. That'll do. Yeah, thank you all stopping by, and I'll hopefully see you guys next Monday. See you guys, thanks for watching.